Good morning, it's Wes McKane with in-studio guest Katie Corcoran. Good morning, how are you?
Good morning, Wes. I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Now, you've got a big fat title because you're an important person. You're a co-chair of the Zumbathon. And obviously, you can pull from that you're doing some Zumba, and you must be doing it for a long period of time, and you must be doing it for some sort of charity. That's why we're talking to you so early on a Sunday morning.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Zumbathon, we're going to do some dancing for a long period of time for the WBCC. I'm not going to pretend like I don't know what's going on here, which is the Wisconsin Breast Cancer Coalition.
Correct.
Now, how is this different from things like Susan G. Komen?
Well, this is actually the Wisconsin Breast Cancer Coalition is for Wisconsin. And where a lot of other foundations are doing stuff for research, which is great, and I think that's fantastic. The Wisconsin Breast Cancer Coalition deals with legislation in the state of Wisconsin. We're an alliance of individuals and organizations committed to halting the alarming incidence of breast cancer in Wisconsin. Our mission is to bring Wisconsin voices together to stand up and speak out about breast cancer through education, collaboration, and legislation.
All right, break that all down for me in stupid person terms because I'm not the brightest person. What does that all mean to me?
Well, I mean, it just means, the money that comes to our charity, we send a lot of people to Washington. We send a lot of people to the Capitol to work with our state legislators and also with the U.S. legislators in working on passing bills that might help with more breast cancer research, that might help, with health insurance and whatnot, so that people who are women and men who are dealing with breast cancer, because men also do get breast cancer, a little known fact, we're trying to help make their lives a little bit easier.
So what's the big hot button right now that the Wisconsin Breast Cancer Coalition is fighting for in Washington?
Really, I mean, it's just an array of things. I think, one of the biggest things right now, I think, is healthcare. That's been a big hot button with everyone these days. But, we're also doing things here around the area that we put on functions for breast cancer survivors. I know every once in a while, Neroli will put something together. They'll be doing like massages and stuff for breast cancer survivors to kind of, make their lives a little bit easier for them. So.
Okay, so you're doing a Zumbathon. Where's this going to happen?
It's going to be at the Jewish Community Center in Whitefish Bay. The address of that is 6255 North Santa Monica Boulevard. It's on the corner of Santa Monica and Bender in Whitefish Bay. It's going to be in their gym. And the whole reason, they're very nice. They are donating the space. I think the reason that they're so happy to donate, they're kicking off a pink treadmill thing that they've got going on. They've got pink treadmills that they're bringing into the Jewish Community Center. Mm-hmm. For every mile that is walked or ran on those treadmills, there's going to be a donation to breast cancer research.
Oh, very cool.
So that's why we decided to hook up with the JCC and the WBCC and bring the Zumbathon together. So
Zumbathon, Zumba obviously is a aerobics dance, correct?
Latin aerobics dance.
Okay, and so when you say Zumbathon, what's going to take place on this day? What is the date? Did you even cover what the date was on there?
It's next Sunday. It's going to be October 4th from 2 to 4 o'clock.
Okay.
So next Sunday, mark your calendar. I expect to see you there, Wes.
Absolutely. I just know how to shake it. I'm the most uncoordinated person ever.
Oh, well, we can make you. You know what? It's all skill levels, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter.
All right.
And there's lots of men that do Zumba too. So.
Sure. All right. So what's going to take place? Zumbathon. Most people go to a Zumba class for like an hour. You're doing something for 2 hours, so I assume that's where you get the thon.
Yep. And there's going to be the instructors from all over the area. Some of the best instructors. One of the co-chair with me, Marla Primack, is an instructor at both Lake Clube and the JCC. She's fantastic. She's got a large following, but we're bringing people from out west, from Racine, so it's going to be a mixture of different styles because each instructor kind of has their own styles. Some do a little bit more reggaeton. Some instructors like to dance to more salsa. And so this is a good way for people that either do Zumba all the time, they get a little bit of mixture. And people who've never done Zumba before get to kind of see all of the different styles and different teaching types.
Katie Corcoran, co-chair of the Zumbathon for the Wisconsin Breast Cancer Coalition, in studio with us right now talking about Zumbathon 2009. Now, how does this work? So I assume you don't really have teams like you do with a lot of cancer kind of fundraisers. You have a team. Is each person going to be sponsored by, can you go and get sponsorships? How are you raising money here?
It's just purchasing tickets.
Okay.
So it's $15 in advance and it's $20 at the door. For in-advance tickets, people could go to the WBCC website. On there, there's a phone number that they can call me directly.
Okay.
And that website for the Wisconsin Breast Cancer Coalition is standupandspeakout.org. Standupandspeakout.org.
And all the information's there, and that's where you can purchase tickets off the web, or you have to get a phone number and then call you.
They're gonna have to call, but I think these days everyone still has some form of cell phone.
You would hope so. So it's Zumbathon 2009. Have you guys done this before? Is this a first annual?
This is a first annual. I mean, there have been other Zumbathons around the area, but this is the first time that the Wisconsin Breast Cancer Coalition and Zumba and the JCC have all joined forces.
Now, you're the co-chair. Did you come up with this fantastic idea to do this? I mean, you said off the air that you've done Zumba.
I did, and I'll tell you the whole reason why we decided to come up with this. On October 10th, which is that following Saturday, is the Wisconsin Breast Cancer Coalition's big event of the year. And actually, it's the 10th annual Rare Chair Affair, which I'm also on the committee for.
Okay.
And it's going to be at the Harley-Davidson Museum. That you can also go to the WBCC website about, or you can go to rarechairaffair.org to find out more information. And our event that we put on, I mean, it's, there's silent auction, voice auction. This is the first year we're going to have dancing, which we're really excited about. We're trying to, draw a younger generation, a younger crowd this year, and get that younger crowd more involved in, in the Wisconsin Breast Cancer Coalition. So anyway, I'm working on this board, and, the way with the economy and whatnot, the underwriting hasn't been as stellar as it has been in years past. So as we were sitting down one day in a board meeting, I said, hey, I love to do Zumba. I know there's a lot of people that like to do Zumba. Maybe we can do a Zumbathon, raise some money. It could go to the WBCC, and that can kind of, help with the blow of maybe not all the money that we're getting for underwriting for the Rare Chair Affair.
Let's talk about that for 1 second. I don't want to get us too far off the Zumbathon, but that is such an interesting title of a fundraiser. I got to know what that's about. The Rare Chair Fair?
Yeah, Rare Chair Affair.
Rare Chair Affair, okay.
Yes, it is. Like I said, WBCC is very involved with the breast cancer survivors. We have breast cancer survivors paint and create chairs. They get to do, whatever they want to do. But the thing is, they all get together over the summertime. They meet 2 times a week, and it's kind of like an art therapy for them. They talk about what they've been through. People are there for one another, and they get to create these chairs. And then there's going to be a live voice auction the night of the event, and all of these chairs are going to be auctioned off. It is the highlight of the evening. It is, it's one of the most emotional auctions you'll ever be to in your life. And this year we've got some fantastic chairs. There's, Egyptian chairs. There's a Betty Boop chair. There are going to be some Harley chairs. One Harley chair is actually signed by Willie G., who is the creator of Harley-Davidson. So I don't know, I don't have a Harley. So I guess I just soak in the information I'm told and believe it's real.
Right. Some Willie guy just signed it and they told you that.
So I don't know. I'm sure there's some people out there listening to us right now rolling their eyes thinking we're nuts.
Right. I mean, you would think the guy's name would be Harley or Davidson, not Willie G.
Right?
But,
I don't know. I'm sure people will call in and yell and be like, Willie G is actually this person.
Right,
okay. So I guess Harley people, who he is, and that's
You'd
awesome.
be impressed by that.
Yeah, you should be.
I'm a Harley guy. That's what's sad is I don't know who Willie G is. I guess I'll have to look that up and figure that out.
Yeah.
Katie Corcoran, and she's the co-chair of the Zumbathon, which is for the Wisconsin Breast Cancer Coalition, doing Zumba next Sunday, October 4th, from 2 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon at the JCC